Hello, villagers. So this isn't the playthrough. This isn't the Life is Feudal Forest Village Let's Play I'm running. This is a bit of an interlude. Somebody was asking how come I'm not uploading more if I play every night. Well, this is why. This is my little village. It's one I've been playing it for like a few weeks or whatever. It's called Ely. So I thought I'd just have a bit of a mooch around, really, show you if you're new to Forest Village, you know, this is not a huge one. This is a small island. I'm only about, well, less than 3/4 of the way through this one. But yeah, this is my little baby at the moment. So basically this is where it started. There's the footprint of the original hut and the barn and warehouse. I had the 3 shacks along there, and that's what I started with. This is now my sort of very limited fishing area. So I've got 3 fishermen's lodges, popped a fishing farm in. Haven't needed to do any more yet. I'm about to. I'm going to sort of set up a big fishing farm over that side at some point. But at the moment, this is a little kind of self-sufficient area, all walled in. I like wooden walls. Stone walls are fantastic, but I quite like these wooden ones. Load of pencils in a row. What they always make me think of. Yeah, but yeah, this is a little sort of self-sufficient fishing hamlet. They've got a couple of bakeries down here. Some mines for the winter when all the farming is done. A few dotted around here, some up there and up the top. Nice little garden area, keep everyone happy because there's only room for 15 down here. And caravan stables to move stuff around. I've also got an oats field, which is purely for them beasties. I have chickens down here to give me eggs, and meat obviously, but mainly eggs for the bakery. So there's a little self-sufficient area. Along this side there's a... you do something different every time. This time I'm leaving a strip. So I've got foresters' lodges just chewing away at the wood and keeping a flow of wood. A couple of hunters there as well, keeping a flow of hides and meat. There's my healer's shop. Nobody ill at the moment, which is nice. Various mines dotted around. This point, when you've moved along at this point, I just put them wherever the resources are, really. And fields, loads of fields. There's my 2 original, well, the original fields were down here, but there's my first 2 big fields that moved me up into the hill. Nice line of them along the middle there. Fields and orchards, loads of them, growing everything you could possibly wish for. That's a sort of an afterthought, really, because I realised I had a bit of a gap there that I wasn't doing anything with. And I've started a line of fields down here as well. I'm going to go right down to the sea on this one. Leave this little area for, again, wood and hunters to keep the resources coming in. And this is the area I'm in the process of developing. Once I've done that, I'll just look at this last section, really. But yes, let's find somebody. Let's find a willing... If I've got any teenagers lurking. Always good to... Ah, Karma. Hello. Good name. It's very karmic that you happen to be there, isn't it, dear? Yeah, let's have a little wander around Ely. Morning. Chickens do make me laugh. Anyway, there's another thing. So, yeah. Nice misty morning. Got loads of street lamps, as you can see as well. I have got to the point of that's the first exit I made out of the from the original settlement. Oh, it's raining, quick, get under cover. Up the hill we go. Field and an orchard. With obviously pumpkinhead scarecrows and the wells to keep the crops watered. Ooh. Stone roads everywhere because it's fairly well developed. I'm approaching 200 residents at the moment on this one, and then we're into the this is, let's just pause it there. This is the sort of main area. The majority of the residents in this village live in this area, live in this block. I've really condensed them in this, and I just wanted to do a little square. I was originally going to do a 4-sided square and do lots of little walled in, fenced in areas, but I decided to just keep going. So yeah, here for example we've got a couple of, that's the first windmill, a couple of windmills to grind the wheat into flour, because I've got a block of bakeries there to make them pies. There's a donkey farm, so donkeys can have rumpy pumpy and produce little bubby donkeys to keep my caravan stable stocked up with donkeys. And yeah, I've got a mod in on this one, extended caravan. If you don't already use it, recommend it. Gives you the option to, it's a good mod actually, caravan extended, I beg your pardon. Gives you the option to change the maximum of workers, donkeys and routes you can have per caravan. Per caravan stables. Well, Andy, because this allows you to, also it gives you the option to mess around with how you distribute your goods. So if you have plenty of routes, you can set up the standard ones so that in this case I've got I don't know what you call it, it's a sequence there, that barn, there's a barn, because I've got a collection of people up here, a barn there, barn there, barn there. There will be one down here when I get there, but basically they're all interconnected, and I've got a constant flow of resources moving between them, so that the tools, so just the essentials really, the tools, the charcoal and the clothing for example, and the pies now, are all evenly balanced throughout. And the way this is set up, lovely little mod. You can either keep, for example, in these two locations between those two barns, that always maintained all when it's running, because I'm in summer at the moment, so I don't tend to run the caravans much in the summer unless it's urgent. Get everybody in the fields. So yeah, this keeps a balance of ratio of 1 to 1, so that barn and that barn have the same number of that particular item in, and you can change the ratio. So for example, that barn is in the heavy area, so I want 3 times the number of charcoal that is in this one at the top, because the one at the top only has a small house, and is it a hostel or a house? So there's only like 15 people living within range of that barn, so there's no point in keeping it stocked up. You can also, if you want to, you can set a number, click on the right side, then set the number by clicking on the left number, or you can move through all of them, ratios, quantities. Yeah, lovely, really nice mod, like it. Quite new to it, I didn't bother doing anything with it until probably a couple of weeks ago. I think it was Captain Kent was the YouTube video I watched that made me realise it was worth looking at, and yeah, it definitely is. Anyway, so this is the sort of the main area, if you like, in terms of concentration of residents. Obviously I've got kilns, lumberjack lodges all working closely together. There's a market, that's nice. You can use it to trade resources, so when I get to the point I've got, you know, plenty of something, vegetables, whatever, buy them in the market, quick fix. Trade meat for whatever, alcohol, whatever, put your quantity in, Bob's your uncle. And rather than having to grow things or make things, it just gives you pay for it obviously, but it gives you a quick sort of trade, gives you a quick fix for if you've misjudged, miscalculated, you're desperately short or something, you know. Good options, good safety net. Castle Smithy, at the moment only making high quality tools. Difference with a Castle Smithy to a normal one is you get 2 smithies, worth doing. Upgraded school, at the moment he's, my school teacher has a headache. I've been working him hard. At the moment there's only really been one in there, but I've been pushing people through there like nobody's business. Happiness providing bits and bobs everywhere, all the way through, one in that corner, so they cover all the residences, one in that corner to cover that one and that one in there for that, you know, so you get the idea. And I have my livestock concentrated here. There's me guard chickens, there's me sheep, because I'm protecting everything with level 3 watchtowers which fire arrows at any wild animals that come within the radius. So I set these up with a radius that covers the entrance. There's the entrance to that, there's the entrance to that. So then I don't have to worry about the hunters purpose is nothing more than gathering hides and meat. Same over here. Cows and little piggies. And that one also covers the entrances there, as well as, you know, shooting other animals, so saves the hunters doing the job. And then the labourers pick up the carcasses. That's all good. Got the accountant's house up there. Use it for bits and pieces, really. Just if I'm not understanding why I'm suddenly running short on something. Yeah, good. It has its uses. If you like stats, has its uses anyway, in my opinion. It took me a while to work out what the point of these trade fairs was, but they're basically pretty barns, pretty storage areas. Good Christ almighty. Loads of meat pies in there. Yeah, so you have the choice of looking at a barn, looking at a trade fair. I don't know if at some point in the future they're going to do something else with these, because at the moment I think they're, I might be being flippant, but they're just nicer looking, more colourful barns, I think. Yeah, you get the idea. I've also got a couple of fields in there specifically for oats and grass for my livestock, so this is very self-sufficient up here. Put houses in here just to provide the people that are needed for around here. What else? Couple more bakeries, I think. No, houses. I lied. Yeah, I think that's that. I think that's that bit. Where's me bod gone? Where's teenager boy? Dude, where are you? Didn't let him go, did I? I can't remember where I got to with him. Whatever, you'll do. Oh no, I can't disturb you, you're hungry. Buttons. Amora. Hello, dear. Greetings. You can even fart around with this if you want. This is the castle smithy. Nothing in the rooms yet. I imagine they're going to develop that at some point. You can't really do anything other than interact, and then they just stand there looking like pillocks, pretending they're doing something. There's me smelters. Morning, dear. Smelting well there. Let me jump. Yeah, storage area, all my bakeries. I say, I hope you're not a peeping Tom. Looking a bit worrisome there. Got a donkey fetish going on, have you? There's me bakers. Guard clucks. And me sheep. And if I'm doing this waffling long enough for it to get dark, I'll show you the effect of the lighting. Hello? There's the pretty flowers. This is coming to the end of the growing season, so pumpkins. Getting the last of the pumpkins in. No idea what these are. Lemons, maybe? I've done all the expeditions. I'll resist the urge to kill that animal, because this is just a wander around. I've done all the expeditions that I can, or that I can. I've got all the, you send out ships from ports, build a port, build a ship, send the ship out on an expedition to pick up new variations of, nice strides mate, new variations of crops and livestock and fruit, and I've basically got them all. This is the area I'm expanding down towards the seaside. It's kind of, I just stopped really and changed my focus to further up. Nice wooden wall, if I say so myself. Excuse me. Get out the fucking way, we're trying to look here. You see that? That told him. Bugger off. It's a great game for, in my opinion, great game for just kind of mooching, vegging along and farting around a bit, you know. Hello. corner. Oh. Oh. Have a look at that in a bit. I'm holding down the shift key if anyone's wondering how I'm managing to run, because I've heard that or seen that question on forums. So moving forward, hold down the shift key, bit of a sprint. That's a bit cluttered, isn't it? Don't think I quite placed the scarecrow in the right place there. Come back to that. Oh yes, we have an apiary. Can we get on the side here? Yes. Where's the entrance? Huh. Duh. No, I got little buzzy bees. Don't mind us just looking at your bees. Can you see it? No. Oh well. Bit of a damp squid then. Yeah, so we're down this side. The port's down that way. So this is kind of all this is just forestry area and hunting. Probably going to leave that as such as well. I built this warehouse there purely because the guys who were forestering were having to carry the wood so far. Bless them, they were so tired. Oh, I thought I'd stick a warehouse there. Let the caravans do the job. All doing very well. Keep up the good work. A nice little view. And this is the outer wall. Oh, actually, let's go in this way. So yeah, this is pause. So this is the sort of third area that I'm just moving into. Originally, the first objective, as you can see, was to make it great big grinding and bakery place. So 5 windmills here, of course. This is a line of bakers making all the pies under the sun. I will extend them down. There's loads of room for more bakers. And basically this line will be a continuation of residential storage and happy places. Because these windmills are so big, you sort of, I don't know, I tend to block them out, stick them out of the way, because that, I had to put that there, that was annoying, but I had to put it there because I hadn't got anywhere left. I got up to that point and realised that just one windmill wasn't cutting it. Got a couple of little there's a mod for little grinding stones. I've got a couple down here, so these are little tiddly things, tiny little, much less efficient versions of windmills, of course, because they're doing it by hand with just one in there. But these two just about give me enough flour to keep these 2 bakeries done. Now and again I have to sort of send a load down from up there just to keep them topped up. But yeah, lovely little things they are. Another nice mod worth having. So yeah, anyway, I got sidetracked, so make a change. So yeah, there's a great big block of windmills just to keep them out of the way, really. Caravan stable to move stuff around. Little block of charcoal producing here. The lumberjack to produce the firewood. Block of 4 is that? Kilns to burn the firewood into charcoal. All my street lighting, my municipal street lighting, and the keep. Come back to that in a sec. Let's get all the buildings out of the way. I've recently popped chickens over here, obviously, because ferrying eggs. First of all, that wasn't producing enough eggs. Secondly, I realised that ferrying them backwards and forwards, once I'd really started developing over here, it's just easier to produce the eggs in house. As before, got a level 3 watchtower to do all the keep the foxes and the wolves away. Sheep also, not just for meat but for milk. That one there. For milk is needed for fruit pies, hence the need for sheep up here. I've got another little mod. I'm just trying these really. They're a lovely little idea, but a small shed. Great little thing. Take up much less room, store much less. They're just for space saving. But of course, you can't lock them. I wanted them for just the oats and the grass I was growing here for the chickens and sheep, but everyone puts all their shit in it and I can't stop them doing it, and I'm wondering whether I'm going to carry on with that. It's quite annoying, but once this is developed I'll have options anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with the fields down this one to the sea. I'm going to develop this down to the sea. I'm thinking about trying, just seeing what it does. A bloody great big fish farm. A big bank of the buggers, I don't know, half a dozen, whatever I fancy doing. Need a lot of wood, I think, for that, but that might be quite an adventure. Just building the first house down here. I'll sort of popped a house there as like an interim, but all the accommodation is way down there. So I had to pop a house in here just so the people doing the jobs around here would have somewhere to live, really. And then there's the keep. Now these first turned up in the summer in this game, and they were a bit odd. I don't know, I can't imagine it's just me. I'm not going to be unique in this one. But they didn't do anything, and we were all kind of, I suppose I'm assuming, but I was just watching and waiting and lurking, and I built, because you can get up to level 3, I think it was. I built it and it did absolutely nothing. And that particular game I got up to quite a few hundred, and at the time the games were crashing and freezing and like spazzing out, so I couldn't do anything about it, and I just killed the game. Didn't bother for quite a while, so I've just built, I think I built about 3 keeps in 3 of the games I played. This is probably the 4th. And finally it does stuff. You have researcher people. They research technologies. Anyone in there? Oh, let's get our bot to do this. Yeah, so at the moment I'm researching level 2 agriculture. Can't see anything to do with exactly what it does for your agriculture, other than it improves the condition of animals, crops and trees and accelerates reproduction and growth. Marvellous. When I've done everything, I'm going to keep going. When I've done everything, I'll upgrade to a level 2 and level 3. So we're just going to follow that one through, really see where it goes. Right, where's Chap? Amora, sorry. Oh, you're not a happy girl, are you? Let's use somebody else who's happier. You, Jay. There's a bubbly kind of chap. Yes. Here's my line of houses and bakers and storage people. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Well, that was a kilt. But no, it wasn't. Little garden heist. Something's happened somewhere. Oh, the frost coming in. I better hurry up. I was hoping to do this before the frost came, so you could. It's just more picturesque when you've got colour rather than the snows are beautiful, but just nicer, I think. It's a bit of a narrow passage in front of the windmills. Big buggers. Hello, dear. It's nice. The graphics are nice in this. I do like it. If they fixed a few of these annoying recurring bugs, I'd be even happier with it. But I don't know. Hopefully they'll be the worst of them will be addressed in the patch. That's nice. The sun gleaming off the sea. Yeah, will be fixed in the next patch. Ooh, looks like the sun's going down. Let's see if we can't watch the sunset. Ooh. There's pretty. He's getting sidetracked here. That's probably not a good idea because now you can't see anything, of course. There's the keep. Oh, where's the door? There. Oh, there we go. Piss off. Get out. Believe it or not, hello, she's researching when she's doing that strange thing. They all do that when they're doing their jobs. Again, I guess they're going to do something with that in time. Where am I supposed to be going here? I don't seem to want to let me up. And yet if you sprint, you go through walls, I've noticed. Look. Oh, hello. Actually, it dropped me down, didn't it? I'm surprised I didn't bloody kill him. Yes. God, mind your head. And yeah, this is the undeveloped area. Yet to explore. Very picturesque in the snow. Oh, my pretty lights. Look. Get away. Yeah. Ah, someone snuffed it. That'd be what the blip was. Oh, I lost a miller. So yeah, this is why I'm not posting more videos in this playthrough, the Falkirk playthrough, because this is where I spend my evenings, really. Because I was already doing it when I finally decided to get my finger out my bum and get on with the playthrough. There wasn't really a lot of point in showing halfway through, really. Plus I'm up to, I don't know, I must be in the region of 200. 171 adults. What do we want, that one? There we go. 206 spots. 195 living villagers. So close to 200. Give a wee. And I'm also, annoyingly, I'm at the point now where the villagers are starting to die from hypothermia and stupid shit like that. Because the AI decides that somebody who lives there, don't live there because they're a healer, somebody who lives there should be a kilner or something over here. Because it's so clever. Still, that's one of the things that I was saying. Hopefully they're going to fix in the next patch. So yeah, this is Ely. Nice, works for me. All right. Anyway, yeah, I said to somebody I'd show you. So there it is. Bye.